I remembered that. I remembered just that I had written a poem on Bharat Muni, long back. This it is published in my first collection of Sanskrit poetry that was brought out in 1989. I also received Sahitya Academy Award for this collection. So the poem I think was written. It is not a poem that way, but a kind of eulogy. I had started reading Natyashastra at that time, 30 years back, more than 30 years back. So I wrote some aryas. 5 aryas are there about Bharat Muni. So I will recite them. And since it's a quite an old poem written long back, there might have been mistakes. I was not mature at that time. Not that I have matured now, but भरतो भारतवर्षं भुवि प्रतिष्ठां निनाय कृत्स्नायाम्। भरतो भरत मुनि भारतवर्षं भुवि समग्र संसारे प्रतिष्ठां निनाय। तेने नाट्यवितानं तेनेहा अभिनय संतानं। तेन अभिनय संतानं नाट्यवितानं तेने इति पैसिव वॉइस कदाचित् स्यात्। भरतो भारतवर्षं भुवि प्रतिष्ठां निनाय कृत्स्नायां तेने नाट्यवितानं तेनेह अभिनय संतानं। प्रतिभा निरतायस्य प्रतिभारतवासिनोऽनुरञ्जनाय विश्रामाय श्रमार्थ शोकार्थ तपस्विनो नरस्य। The phrases of Natyashastra you can identify here. येनायोजिनयेन खिलमपि नाट्यं न वै रसपदार्थैः। येनायोजिनयेनाखिलमपि नाट्यं न वै रसपदार्थैः। आसंसारं सारं क्षपितं न यत्सारम्। आसंसारं सारं यत् सारं न क्षपितम् इति नमुल प्रत्यांतम सारम इति संज्ञापदम्। नैकान्ततोऽस्ति यस्मिन् ननु भावनं नरस्य देवस्यापि। नैकान्ते यन्नयते मनुजं रमयति परं कान्ते। अध्वर्युं नवयज्ञे पूर्वमपूर्वं च येन जनितमात्र तमहं वन्दे भरतं प्रजापतिं नाट्यविश्वस्य। So we have been reading chapter 34th on Avanadvadyas, on drums and percussions, and I remembered something when I was again looking back and reading chapter 34th also. So in 31st chapter, there is a description of Saptarupa Gita, and the Saptarupam Ganam hi Vigyayam Natya Yoktribhi. These lines are repeated sometimes in these chapters. So this Saptarupa Gana also we didn't cover completely. So I will just give an sort of note on this Saptarupa Gana. Then we will come to the chapter 34th, which we have to take up again. So evam etat budhairgeyam ganam tala pramanata. This is C 367 in chapter 31st. So this Gana as per tala is to be known by the experts of Natya, and Rig Gatha Panikadinam Saptarupam Prakirtitam. This Gana consists of 7 forms of songs, Rig Gatha Panika, etc. So I couldn't locate what are those Rig Gatha Panika and 7 forms of songs. So I went through Abhinav Gupta's comments and then found some other references. So those who are interested in ancient Indian music and the how forms of ancient Indian music before Bharata, because the Saptarup Gana system was very ancient and he refers to it repeatedly. Other authors also refer to it. So Abhinav Gupta says that Tena yad anyatrapi uktam, as he himself has said elsewhere also, but these karikas I couldn't locate. Richo vai Brahma Gitasya Brahmana Vihita kila. This Riks and Brahma Gita, this is interesting. That there is a form of Brahma Gita. These two were created by Brahma. Okay. Dakshena Panikashchapi, and Daksha created Panika. Panika is a form of song. So in 7 types of musical forms to be sung. Rik is there, Brahma Gita is there, and Daksha Prajapati, he created Panika, and Gatha vai Kashyapena tu. Kashyapa created Gatha. Kashyapa is prior to Bharata is one of the great acharyas in this tradition, and he is remembered in Natya Shastra also is cited, Kashyap Muni, and that is why the connection with Kashmira. They said that Kashmir is called Kashmir because Kashyap was there. And Rajtarangini, Kalhana Rajtarangini refers to that Kashyap Muni used to live here. Kalidasa locates him in the same region. So Kashyapa created Gathas. And Matri Vishya Kapalani, this is 5th form. So Matri, the mothers, it is not clear who are the mothers. Bharat Muni refers to Natya Matrikas, and 7 Matrikas of Kartikeya, they are referred. So some Matris are there who created Kapala. Samani Uktani Nandina. Nandi is also a Acharya. He created Ukta type of song. Samanya Ukta. Sorry. Samani Uktani. So Sama and Ukta, these were created by Nandi. And Gita Kaditu Sapteva. Narade Noditani. Vai. And finally the 7th one, Gitak and other forms. Narada spoke about them. Narada created them. Narad Muni. Narad Muni is one of the great acharyas of music. Whatever his character be there in Puranas, Ramayana and Mahabharata. Narad Bhakti Sutram is also there. Shandilya and Narad Bhakti Sutras are there. Tadidam Rupa Saptakam Atrapi na Asangrahitam Bhavati Tyaha. So these 7 forms are indicated, are very much meant to be considered here. Abhinav Gupta says. Okay. Then he just tries to define the number of syllables maybe. So Shashthashtagun Paryantam Dvatrishat Chaturadita. These are all the numbers. So these forms have 6, 8, 32, beginning from 4. maybe these are the syllables. And Rig Gatha Brahma Gitascha Kapalani Trayodasha, these three forms have 13. Shan-navati Padam Sama. It's a very long, no, these are the number of lines they are having. Okay, so 96 padas Sam does it. And Mukham Pratimukham Chaiva Dvatinshas Samudaratam. Mukh and Pratimukh are 32 in number. Mukh, I think, as we in songs, we now say Mukhda. Mukhda and the lines following it. The first line and the other. Other way it is Sthai and Antara also. So Mukha Pratimukh, they are in number 32 in these. Geetam Dvadashikam Proktam. Geet has 32 padas, and sometimes it is multiplied by 2, and Ashta Shashti Kalopeta Ekeka Panika Smrita. Each Panika has 68 kalas. So these well-defined lakshanas were there for these 7 forms. So then this Saptarupam Geetam became very popular, and it is referred in several shastras also. Yagyavalkya is a different kind of dharma shastrakara. He is very considerate for women also, and he refers to arts, performing arts repeatedly. There are some dharma shastrakaras who are almost against Nattam Geetam Chevaditram, etc. They advise men to desist from engaging in these pursuits of Geet, Nritya, etc. But Yagyavalkya says that you attain your nirvana. Elsewhere also, Yagyavalkya Smriti, like Vishnu Purana, who says Shabdamurti Dharasyaite Vishnu Ranshah Mahatmana Nattam che Geetam che Vaditram chapi tattatha Shabdamurti Dharasyaite Vishnu Ranshah Mahatmana. This dance, song, all the performing arts, they are the forms of Vishnu himself. Yagyavalkya also says that. And he gives the names of many songs also in Yagyavalkya Smriti. So here also he refers to those forms which Abhinav Gupta has pointed out. Rig Gatha Panika Daksha. He also says that Panika was created by Daksha. And Brahma Gitika, Geyam Etat Tadabhyasa Karnan Moksha Sangitam. All these are the Geya forms, and by practicing them, you attain moksha. Okay, they are moksha sangita. They are at par with moksha. This is what he says. So Gyaneshwar in Mitakshara comments on these lines by Yagyavalkya. He says, Riggathas Chatasro Gitika Ityad Aprantakaadi Gita Jatam Adhyaropitatma Bhavam Moksha Sadhanatvan Moksha Sangitam Mantavyam. Vigyaneshwar is equally very liberal, and he says that he adds aprantak. Aprantak is a well-known form of songs. Natya Shastra defines it. So Riggatha and 4 types of Gitikas, and beginning from this up to aprantak, etc. All these forms of songs. By practicing them, you reach the realization of your own self. Okay, you reach the Atma Bhava. And because it is a means for moksha, so it is equated to moksha. Okay, moksha sangitam mantavyam. So then we are reading these lines. These are from 34th chapter. We had come up to here, 28, 29, 30 and 31st. Okay. So Shabda, the sound which is uttered is Vayavatmak, because of the wind. Saprayati Marutam, all these process of externalization of a word as described in Siksha Granthas also. So Vayu works for its externalization, so Shabda Vayatmakaha, and Suran and Abhidhanvan, we have seen this, and Abhidhanvan includes various languages, and Swarvan includes playing of instruments, and the 7 notes coming out from Shariri Veena, they are transmitted to other Artodhyas, and this is repeatedly said again in several places by Bharat Muni. पूर्वं शरीरात् उद्भूतास्ततो गच्छन्ति दार्वीं ततः पुष्करतां चैवम् अनुयान्ति घनं पुनः. This is the process that the seven swaras emanate from Shariri Veena first, then go to Darvi Veena, and then go to Pushkar Vadyas, percussions, and then go to Ghana, metallic or solid Vadyas. This we had read. This we are trying to understand. So this system of these things, they are as many as 15. Okay. So this is a group of 15 things which creates this Paushkar Vadya Prasthan, you can say. This whole system of percussions or drum type of instruments. So he says, Poshkarasya cha vadyasya mridanga panavashyam vidhanam sampravakshami dardarasya tathaiva cha. I will now speak about the system of Poshkar Vadyas, which include mridanga panav and dardar, etc. So Shodashakshar. So this we had read. Shodashakshar Sampannata Chaturmarg, 4 margas, Dvilepan, 2 types of lepas, and Shat Karnam, 3 types of yatis, 3 types of layas, Trilem, Trigatam, Trigat, 3 prakara, 3 types of prakaras. The variant reading is Tripracharam. And in the next karikas, when he is defining these elements in the same order, the word is not Triprakara, it is Triprachara. But Abhinavgupta has commented on Triprakara. So I have covered both, and maybe we can consider what fits in. And Trisanyogam, Tripanikam. Okay, 3 types of Sanyogas, 3 types of Panis, and Dashardha is 5. Panchapani Prahatam is also the term. So Dashardha Pani Prahatam or Panchapani Prahatam, Tripraharam, Trimarjanam, Vinshat Telankar Sanyuktam, Yutam, Tathaштadash Jatikam, 18 Jatis, Evi Prakari Sampannam, Vadyam Pushkarajam Bhavet. So equipped with these 15 categories, which have their various varieties, the Pushkar Vadya has its own system. Okay. So now one by one. So before we come to them one by one, Abhinavgupta gives interesting comments on this whole system of Pushkar Vadyas. So a bit complicated, but because Professor Akluskar is sitting, so I will just read and try to understand it. So evam prakare yasmat pushkarajam vadyam paripurnam. So with all these 15 categories, Pushkar Vadya becomes paripurna. Tasman natye rasabhavi vyanjana samartham ityato bhanana yogyamiti sambhavyate. Therefore, in the natya performance of in the performance on theatre, it becomes capable of expressing rasas and bhavas. We can say that the possibility of that is there. Tatra Paushkaram Vadyam Prakaratrayana Natya Natyopayogi iti. Pushkar Vadya is useful, Natyopayogi, useful for theatre, Prakaratrayana, by in 3 ways. So in 3 ways it is useful for Natya. Varnanusarena, Suraanusarena, Samyatmana, Talecha. It should be Talena. So according to, as per the Varnas, Varnas are defined, Arohi, Avrohi, Sthai. And as per the Varnas, it is useful for theatre. Suranusarena is for Suras, Shadja Gandhar, Shadja Rishabh Gandhar, Madhyam Pancham, Devat Nishad. And Samyatmana, Talena cha. And through Tala, which leads to Samya, which leads to Samatva, the equilibrium. By Tala we reach on Sam, so Samatva Sthiti. So in these 3 ways, Pushkar Vadya becomes a means for the expression of rasas and bhavas. So it becomes a medium. It becomes expressive of rasas and bhavas through these, through Varna, Swara, and through the state of Samya or harmony, which is attained through Tala. Then he illustrates it, tathahi. It is just like this. Varna kasmai chedapi vadya visheshataya prabhuvanto pi agyatartha shruti matrenaiva purusham nagar gramyopanagarikartma vratti trayani tala vedeshu दीप्त मध्य मसरण रूप संवित वृत्ति व्यंजिका इति तावत प्रसिद्धमेव. It is well known that varnas, that they may not be contributing specifically to a particular vadya only. This arohi, avrohi, etc. They do not belong to a particular vadya. So they are common, and they are common in both in vocal and instrumental music both. So they are not related to any particular instrument. And agyatartha shruti matrenaiva, the shrutis which are generated through these varnas, they don't have any meaning in themselves, so they are not meaningful. They don't have content like kavya, etc. Okay, so there is an abstraction there. Meanings are not there. Just as Nagar Gramya Upanagarika Vrattitrayani, Atma Vrattitrayani, just as in poetry there are three Vrattis, Upanagarika, Gramya and Nagar also. Actually there is some other name in Kavya Shastra, so three Vrattis are there. Upanagarika, Gramya, Vedarbi, something like that. But these Vrattis, just as they function, in themselves they don't have any meaning. So they just create styles or margas. So the combination of these varnas, which do not have any specific meaning in themselves and which are not to be related to a particular instrument also. So, but they become Deepta Madhya Masand Rupa Samvid Vratti Vyanjika. They become expressive of these vrattis. These vrattis, which are these Samvid vrattis, these modes of within consciousness, which are Deepta, Madhyam or Masrana. Okay, so these Chitta vrattis are created by the Upanagarika Gramya. These vrattis also, in the same way, some Chitta vrattis are created by these Varnas also. This is the idea. Tatasya prag alankara adhyaya nirnitam asmavi. It should be nirnitam asmavi. In the Alankara Adhyaya also we have discussed it in 16th chapter, and Sardaya Lok Lochane in Sardaya Lok Lochana also we have discussed. So it is said that Abhinav Gupta doesn't use the title Dhunya Lok for Anand Vardhana's work. So the original name of Anand Vardhana's text was Sardaya Lok. And afterwards the title of Dhunya Lok was given to it. So the editors in bracket they give the name Dhunya Lok, but Abhinav Gupta almost everywhere he refers to Anand Vardhana's text as Saradaya Lok. So in Saradaya Lok Lochan, in my Lochan Tika on Anand Vardhana's text, also I have discussed it, that how the sounds which do not have any meaning in themselves, how the syllables and letters, they also become expressive of Chitta Vrittis. So in the same way the Varnas, in themselves they do not have any meaning, but they are very sounds which create abstractions and Chitta Vrittis. Through them they lead to rasas and bhavas. Okay. Tayevat tanuhar rupatayam varna rupa tvanyakarena nadaruptaya sanchaditatmano bhavanto. So in this anuhara rupata, I think anukarana rupata, their varna rupata becomes a subservient. So their varna rupata is covered, and they assume the form of chitta vrittis. So their external form of syllables being uttered, meaningless syllables being uttered, that is eliminated, and they are internalized. They are internalized in the form of nada, which reverberates inside. This is what he is trying to point out, or this is how I can put it up. So nadasya lalitya parushyadi taratamya bhede nitram dhiravrattimev uddipayanti. So that nada has lalitya and parushya, all these Sukumarya and Avidharupta, and these gradations are there, just as the gradations in Chittavrittis like Deepta, Madhya and Masran. So very polished and delicate and very robust and brilliant. All these gradations in the Chittavrittis are also there. So this Taratamya gradation is there, but they echo within. This is Dviravratti meva uddipayanti. So avartan is there within. So nadoi chittavritte rantaranga samayanapekshita eva. This nad becomes internal to chittavritti. Okay. So this nad has an external form like Vaikhari, and it is being heard also, but when it is subsumed inside and it becomes a part of Chittavritti, so then it doesn't require samay. Samay is sanketa. Every word has sanketa or samay with its meaning. So asya shabdasya ayam artha iti sanketa. This word would indicate this meaning. This is sanketa in modern linguistics, perhaps sign. So then they do not require this samay or sign. The process is eliminated and they are just internalized. So they are within. Then loke pi chittavrittim vyanakti. So in our day-to-day life also, these sounds, meaningless sounds being uttered, they become expressive of some chittavritti. So this is the process with these varnas also in Pushkara system, in the system for percussions, these meaningless sounds being uttered and these varnas. So samvit pranitam tu vak tattvasya pratham nadatmana vivrattasya. That chittavritti has its life in samvit, consciousness, and that is vak tattvasya pratham nadatmana vivrattasya. That is the form of that is the first form of vak tattva. The vak tattva expresses its first form that way. Okay. Varnatma charmo vivarto bahiranga. And whatever outside we hear, it is the external manifestation of it. That is the bahiranga vivart of it. Okay. And the first form of it is inside, in the form of consciousness. So this is the idea. It is Bhartrhari's philosophy almost being adopted here. Elsewhere he quotes Bhartrhari with a lot of respect. Bhagwan Bhartrhari, Tatra Bhagwan Bhartrhari, with these appellations. तो यथा साचयम नाद रूपतया एवं वक्ष्यमाणा पात हन्यमान अन्य पुष्कर मुखोदितान्येव चोच्चार्यमाणेषु वर्णेषु प्रयत्न शतैरपि न संपद्यते. So this नाद रूपता, otherwise all the varnas being chanted and recited, otherwise you may go on trying and it may not be formulated in this way unless these varnas are internalized in the chittavritti. Okay. Tatra hi sarvatha varna pradhanyamevo nilati. There only meaningless sounds have pradhanta. So the words which have meaning like sangya, karak, padartha, etc., they are not required, and the varnas or meaningless sounds can create chittavrittis. So in because drums are being played and meaningless sounds are being created, so the idea is that also becomes expressive of rasa and bhavas through creating chittavrittis. That is not directly related and nothing to do with it. Since he is referring to his own commentary on Lochana, so I noted the Karika on which he said that I have commented there in Lochana, Dunya Lok Lochana. It is second Karika of the third. So same thing he is saying that that Varna Samudaya becomes expressive the whole Sangatana through Varnas becomes expressive of Chittavrittis in any Prabandha. Anyway, so the first category in the 15 categories in the system of 15 Padarthas is Shodashaksharani. Okay. So 16 syllables or 16 letters. Okay. So Tatra, if this is Natya Shastra, Bharat Muni. Prose passages are there, but they are from Natya Shastra. So, after those categorizations, in 34th chapter, naming the categories of 15 Padarthas. So that is Sangrah, as it is the methodology here. That Sangrah will be given first, and then definitions are given, and then explanations. So Uddesh Lakshanam Pariksha, this is also the method of creating the Shastras. So you first name the categories, then take up their definitions. So 15 categories are mentioned, and in Natya Shastra that is called Sangrah. Then so Tatra Shodshaksharam iti yat tad anuvyakhyāsyāma. The first category, which is Shodashakshar, we will explain it. So Shodashakshar is 16 letters only, the 16 letters of alphabet, but they are played on drums. So that means other letters are not included amongst the consonants. Okay, vowels are there. So vowels are joined to these consonants. So Kaka, Gaga. So Nga is, the Anunasikas are omitted. Kaka, Gaga, Tatha, Dadha, Tatha, Dadha, Yara, La. And then Va is also omitted. It is in practice also. Okay, those who might be playing tabla, so they might be knowing that these are the letters adopted in the bowls. Okay, so perhaps vakar is not there. Okay, Nga, Yama, Ganana, they may not be there. Kaka, Gaga, Tatha, Dada, Tatha, Dada, Yara, Lava, they are there. So therefore these 16 consonants makes the Shodashakshar. Okay, then they make various formulations to be played on drums. As we call them, Shushkakshar here. So they are Shushkaksharas, and they are called bol nowadays, perhaps. Okay, so Bharat Muni says after this categorizing those 15 padarthas, he says Etavat Sutram. So we have given the sutra. Atah Padbheda. We have categorized them into different padas through different names. Tatra Shodshaksharam Nama. The Shodshakshar is the first name there. So Abhivanjitani Puram Yan Netani Shodshadhyani Tani Aksharani Janita Pushkareshu Yathakramam. This is Karika. Nothing very. Then nothing. We have already said that. So Yani Shodashadhyani, all these Kaka, Gaga, Tatha, Dada, the letters which have been named earlier, so there should be known how they are to be played in Pushkar Vadhyas. Okay. So which are the Pushkar Vadhyas on which they are played? Pranave Dardare Chayu Mridangeshu Tathaivacha. In Pranav, Dardar and Mridanga they are played. And for what percussion, what letters are to be played, and whether for the left piece or for the right piece. And some pushkaras have 3 pieces, one drum on the left side, one on the right side, and one in the center. So what letters are suitable for what? For which piece? Okay. So Kaka, Tatha, Bha, and variant reading is there. Tatha, Tatha, Rastu, Dakshina Mukhe. Okay, for the piece which is on the right side, Kaka, Tatha, or Tatha, 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 they are to be played, and Gha, Ma, Hashcha, Vamake, Nida. For the left piece, Gha, Ma, they are Gha, Maha, they are to be used. Then there Alinga, which is in the middle, and you embrace it perhaps on your chest. Therefore, it is called Alinga. So Ga, Da, Karu, Chayurde, Da, Dha, Dona, or Kha, kha, tha, da, dha, la, siu, alinge. In alinge you play these letters. So if anybody here who plays mridanga, he would better appreciate, because in tabla also they might not be using these sounds. And on pakhavas, if somebody plays pakhavas, then he might perhaps know that they might be in still, they might be in practice still. Okay. So then these consonants are joined to vowels. Okay. So yatesham aksharanam swar sanyogam vyanjana sanyogam cha vyakhyasama. So they are joined to vowels. So like ka becomes ki, ku, etc. And they are joined to consonants also. So ka would become kra, kru, etc. So two consonants joining in sanyukta akshara or consonant joined with a vowel. So व्यंजनस्य स्वरेण संयोगः अथवा व्यंजनयोः संयोगः संयुक्ताक्षरत्वं वा. So this then they become perfect syllables for making the structure of different shushkaksharas or vowels. So a, I, u, e, I, o, ah, it is swaraha. So here also re and ri, they are not here. So that means that kri, shri, they would not form the vowels. Okay. Rikar and likar, they are not joined. Only these swaras, vowels are there. Iti swaraha vyanjanai sa sanyogam gachanti. Tatra akare, karo, kare, karo, karang, karaha, kakare. Okay. Akar, ikar, okar, aikar and ankar, they are joined to kakar. So kaki, ku, ke, ko, kam. These letters, these syllables are taken up in different bowl. So when shushkaksharas are given, perhaps we can see that only kakara will be joined with these vowels only there also. And ikaro, karo, kara, kakare. Ikar, okar and aukar, they are joined to kakar. So it becomes ki, ko, ki, ke, ko. Okay. Ukar, aikaro, gakare. Ukar and aikar to gakar. So it will be guge. Akar, aikaro, kar, kakare. So it becomes gha, ki, ku, ko. Akara, kar, aikarong, aikarong, karang, kara, takare. So akar, akar, and ikar, aikar and ang. So it is they are joined to takar. So it is ta, ta, to, tam. Okay. And in the same way, tata, ti, the, tho, tham, and dhe, dho. For dhakar only ekar and okar. So it will be dhe and dho only will be used. Dhu and dhai, dhau, they may not, they are not used. It is there. So they make suitable structures for shushkaksharas. So it is very systematic that way. So there is practice. In practice, it is prevalent that only these letters are adopted, these syllables are adopted. So they are classified. Those who are not adopted, they are omitted. So akar, aikar, okara, iti nakare. Okay. So nana, it will become, and in the same way tata, tithe, and dadu, dedo. In Kathak also they use shushkaksharas like for dhakar, dada, di, de, do, dham. Okay. For dhakar, at least 5 are there. Okay. A, I, e, o, and And for rakar, rara, rire, akar, ikar, aikara, lakare, lala, lile. Okay. And hakar, makaru, shuddha. Hakar and makara are used shuddha. So hu, hai, ho, they will not be used in shushkaksharas. In tribal music, in non-meaningful sounds, they might be uttering ha, hai, ho, ho, etc. In Samveda, perhaps they say ha, ha, etc. But here, hakar and makar, they are shuddha. Samveda also it is Shushkakshara, they say ha ha ha, I, something like that. Sam Gayan. Okay. Kakar, Gakar, Ghakar, Takar, Dakar, Dhakaranam, Refonu Bandha. Okay. Rakar will be making a Sanyukta Akshara with Ka, Ga, Gha, Ta, Da, and Dha. So Kra, Gra, Tra, Dra, Dha. Sometimes it is Kram, Gram, Dram. They are also occurring. So can be used with Takar. So the Sanyuktakshar of Kakar and Dakar, it makes Kra, and then further vowels can be. So Kakar, Lakar, Bandha. Kakar can be used with Lakar. So Klak, Play, Klam. Hakar, Nakar makes Hna. So Hna also is used. Dakar, Dhakar is Dham, like Badham, Adham, Dha, Dhai. They would be used in Shushkaksharas. Evam eti sanyogi dvihasta sanyuktan yaksharaani bhavanti. So with these sanyuktaksharas, you further create double sanyuktaksharas. Tatra etei eva dvipushkare ankik mridangye dvipushkare samahasta nipatat thakara. So ankik and mridanga, they are typical percussions, and they are described in the next karikas. So in all these types, samahasta nipat is there, so dhakar is used. Samahasta is described how the marjana will be done, then samahasta will occur. Okay. So then dhakara will be used. Anguli prachalana dhakara. And when you move your fingers only, then dhakar sound will arise. So different sounds are also created. So you are not uttering them, you are playing on the drum. So you have to know what sound would arise. How? Like this kra, gra and dha. They would. So normally dha, dim, din, etc. They use in tabla bowl. So they know what finger to press, what finger to hit. So in the same way on Mridanga also they would create these sounds. Okay. So Mridanga starts speaking these bowls without a human being uttering them. So one should know how to make the Mridanga utter these bowls. So tatraiva avashtambat, tatraiva ardha nigrihi tat thakara. When you move your fingers quickly on Mridanga, then it is dha, adha. And if you stop there, and Ardha Nigrahit is described. It is one of these categories. Nigrahit, Ardha Nigrahit, etc. So when you have Avashtambha, stopping immediately and do Ardha Nigrahit, then Thakara is played. And on the right side peat, you press by your hand, so it is Kakara. And there itself, if you shrink your fingers, then Kukara. Okay. If somebody knows to play, perhaps he can try. Oh, they are trying. They might be doing all this. So Urdhvak Vamakayo Samahasta Nipatana Thakara. On the Urdhvak and Vamak, the drum on the left side and the drum which is in the middle but higher. So that is called Urdhvaka. Okay. So there Samahasta Nipat would be done, so Dhamkar will be there. And Pradeshinya cha alinge Krenkara. If you use Pradeshini finger, I think this one, on Alinga, which is also a drum, crane, this sound will be there. Okay. So now, whenever a workshop is organized like this, it would be better that we call a Pakhavas Vadak and try, ask him and give. So far the system I think has changed a lot. Exactly, they are not being played this way. And it might have developed a lot that way also. So Indian music has developed, further developed. It may have become more systematic that way, systematized by Sharngdhar and Sangeet Ratnakar and other acharyas, and finally Bhatt Khande maybe. So, but what initially was the practice, and sometimes the earliest forms appear more attractive. So, I brought a record when we used to have a record player, and that Tawa like Blake record was played on HMV. Earlier we had that record player when you had to give the chabi, okay, उसमें चाबी घुमाते थे, then we put the सुई on the player, जितनी चाबी उसमें घुमाएंगे उतनी देर वो चलेगा, नहीं तो गांग 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 करके वो रुक जाएगा बाद में. Then the electric thing came, record player we had. So I had a record which I think Ustad Vilayat Khan and Asha Bhonsle, they made an experiment to create the 18th century music. So Vilayat Khan was knowing the tradition, his grandfather and how they used to sing. So some record of that they might be having. So she was made to sing Khayal in that way. So that is very much different. So they tried to create the Khayal which was sung maybe 150 years before or 200 years before them. Some memory of generation to generation memory, or their great grandfather who might be living, whom grandfather remembers, so he is telling something like that they did. So nothing like 20th century Khayal Gayan, a bit different, but it looks very sweet and beautiful. I liked it more. Now those records are vanished. Now they are not in vogue, so we just threw them away. Then CDs came, and the whole system also changed. So they were not being used. So if music which was there 100 years before or 200 years before differs considerably in style and in rendering, and it is called Khayal there and it is called Khayal also. So what about the Dhruva Shruti system which was prevalent 2000 years before? So the musicians may say that we are directly inherited Bharta's tradition, but just as languages change, Hindi that was spoken 50 years back is not today's Hindi. English that was spoken 100 years before, you may not understand anything out of it. So languages just as they change, so Gayan Paddhati would change. In a few years it assumes many other forms. Anyway, so the next category is 4 margas. Okay, so Chatur Margam Nama, Alipta Ankit Gomukh Vitastash Chatvaro Marga. Alipta Ankit Gomukh and Vitast, they are the 4 margas. So one by one they will be taken. They are also for the percussions and those who play drums, they can know. So Tatra King अथवा Tranki Mridanga Prahar Yukto Ardit Margo. Either you play King or Tranki. Readings are also confused. So either you play this, then it will make Addit Marga, and Vamodha Prahar Yukta Alipta Marga. So Addit and Alipta Ankita, Gomukh and Vitasta, these 4 are the margas. So if you play Kinka, then it is Addit Marga. If you play on left drum, then it is the same sound on the left drum, then it is Alipta Marga. Then Urdhva Kaangike Dakshin Mukhe Alipta Hasto Vitasta Marga. On the Urdhvak Angika, Ankik or Ankika, sorry, Ankik or Angik, it is printed Angik here, but Ankika is the name of the instrument, percussion. So Urdhvak Ankike, on the Ankika, which is higher in height, and Dakshina Mukhe, placed on the right side, then Alipta Hasta makes Vitasta Marga. So Alipta Hasta, I think should be Alipta is there. So Alipta, Ankita, Gomukh and Vitasta. We have to remember that these 4 are the margas. So in this way they will be played. Alipta Marga and Vitasta Marga and Gomukh Marga. So different ways of rendering these four margas. तो आंगिक आलिंग करण आलिंगक करण बहुला सर्व पुष्कर हतो गोमुखी मार्ग. The various karnas will be played on alingaka. Alingaka is also an instrument, and karnas will be described. Shat karna, 6 types of karnas. So various karnas are to be played on alingak, and they are to be played on all types of pushkaras. That makes Gomukhi Marga. Okay. So rough definitions are there. We can understand roughly, but how they will be played, that is not clear. Okay. At least to me that is not clear. Then Tatra Addita Prahar Jatam. For the Addita Marga, which is amongst the 4 Margas, these are the Shushkaksharas, Matakat, Thida, That, The, Dho, Dha, Hamandhi, Dhandha, Nadhiti. This is Addita Marga. And Gutu Gut, Madhe, Dho, Dhin, Dhadu, Dhidu, Dhen, Dhi. This is Alipta Marga. And similar way, Vitasta Marga. Okay. And Gomukh Marga. So for all the 4 Margas, the Shushkaksharas are given. And what Shushkakshara for which type of percussion, that is also given. That from that you can have a sort of rough idea if you are a percussionist. That way. Then Kuryat Vitasti Marge Thara Vivarjitan Praharanstu. In Vitasti Marga, which is one of the 4 Margas, these syllables Tha and Ra will not be used. Okay. Uddhat Marga and Vina Sheshah Karyastu Gomukhyam. And in Gomukh Marga, without adopting the Uddhat type of playing, all other syllables can be used. Okay. So in the same way it goes on. Droman, Gutu Gutu, Ghedra, Thanai Ghat, Ke Do Ra Dim. All these will be for Vitastavadya. The Vadaka should know them. And Thini, Khithini Ho, Da 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 Tho, Gomukhyam. In Gomukh Marga, these will be the bowl. Then 3 types of ways of playing on Pranav. They are also described here with this. So Ativaditam, Anuvadyam or Anuvaditam, and Samuvaditam. Ativadit which goes ahead. Okay. Because of its quick tempo. Its gati is fast, so it leaves other instruments etc. behind. Okay, so they follow it. And Anuvadyam, it follows the other instruments. And Samvaditam, it is on equal tempo to other. So these 3 are the ways of rendering Pranava. So Ativaditam Syan Muraja Nam Agrato Yattu. If Muraj and Pranav both are being played, so Ativadit goes ahead of Muraja. Okay, Muraja follows it, and it's Shushkaksharas first occur and then Muraja. The same Shushkaksharas are followed by Muraja player. Okay. Yat Tanugatam Mridangai Anuvaditam Uchyate tu Tad Vadyam. That which is followed by Mridangas, that is Anuvadit. And Samvaditam Mridangai Gayam Samyena. That which is on the same tempo as per other instruments, that is Samvadit. So this nowadays also they may be doing, they are doing like this. Then Vilepan. So the word Vilepan is there. The variant reading is Vilepan, but Vilepan is better reading. So because in explanations that occur, it is Vilepan. The term is Vilepan. So Vilepan is Vamak Urdhvaka Pralepat. You apply, okay, a kind of paste on Vamak and Urdhvak. That is Vilepan. So nothing perhaps to do with playing the instrument. It is the treatment of the instrument. Okay. As far as I understand. So the Vilepan Vidhi is described. Okay. Many things are, it's a very detailed treatment. How that, what we call Baddhi, the rajju of made of skin, जो तबले में जो कसते हैं उसको खींच करके बद्दी कहते हैं. That is vadra here. Okay, that is strip of height. So how to tight it, how to loosen it, and in what way the instrument would be covered. Okay, all these things are described. So very simple things and very complicated things, and all this goes in Natya Shastra. So Lakshanam Mrittikayastu Gadato me nibodhata. I will now describe the characteristics of Mrittika, clay, which is used for lepan. Okay. Nisharkara, Nisikta, Nistrana, Nistusha tatha. It should not have Sharkara. Sharkara is small pebbles, kankar as we call it. Okay. And Nisikta. Sikta is balu, red, sand. And Nistrana, so grass, dry grass, it should not have. And Nistusha, husk, bhusi adi, that also it shouldn't have. Because when you bring out mitti or clay, these things may be mixed, so it should be purified. Okay. Channa chahiye usko. Na pichila, na vishada, na kshara, na katus tatha. Okay. It should not be pichil, mixed up with other types of clays. Na vishada. It should not be too shining like that. Nakshara. It should not be salty, and it should not be katu. Katu is having mircha, you can say. Okay. So Navadata, not white in color. Okay. Nakrishta. It should not be plowed as far as I. So it should not be from the field which has been plowed just now. Isme hal chala hua ho. Namla. It should not be sour or acidic. And naivacha tiktaka. It should not be bitter. Okay. This sort of clay or mitti, okay, mrittika should be used for lepan. So mrittika lepne shasta taya karyatu marjana. Marjana here is for lepan. And marjana is another technical term. Three types of marjanas: Mayuri, Ardhmayuri and Karma Ravi. They are also described. But here marjana is for marjan. The paste being applied on the pudi of the drum. Okay, on the skin part of the drum to make it soft. Okay. And its sound becomes sweet. So Nadi Kula Pradeshastha Shyamaya Madhurachaya. It should be picked up from the bank of a river, and it should be black, Shyama mitti, and it should be sweet. Okay. Toyabasaranash Lakshna. The water has been dried out from it. It should not be too wet, and it should be polished. चिकनी होने चाहिए. तया कार्यातु मार्जना. With that marjana should be done. Badhira yavadata tu Krishna kurvita nasthira. Badhir and avdata. Badhir not having any mixture, I think. Otherwise the reading may be corrupt, something like that. Avdata. This is also some problem in the reading, because just in Karika preceding he has said Navdata. And Krishna, black soil or black clay should be chosen, and it should not be too hard. Sthir, it means here hard. Okay, should be soft that way. Na satusha, na swarakari, etc. These have been occurred. So tush and husk should not be there, and when breaking it, it should not make sounds. Hard things might have been mixed in it, so that should be there. So this type of soil or clay should be chosen. Then you make a paste of it and then apply. Okay. Otherwise you apply yav godhum churnam. Aate se kar sakte hain. I have seen this atta. That is applied. That I have seen. But now you don't find that sort of clay. All the soil is rotten now. So good clay may not be available. So it is better to have maida atta, something like that, and do it with that. So Shat Karan is an important concept, and it is complicated also. 6 types of karnas for playing the instruments. Rupa, Rupam, Krata Pratikritam, Pratibhedo, Rupashesham, Ogah, Pratishulka, Cheti. These are the names, okay? 6 names. And definitions are given. So I did some homework, of course, because the names are here and the definitions are towards the end of the chapter somewhere. Or maybe in some previous chapters also some definitions are there. Because those who knew the system, for them it was easy to have the placements and locate them and understand them. But those who are trying to deal with like novices, for them it requires hard labor. So Shat Karanam. So again in this then the names are again repeated in 102nd Karika, after perhaps 60-70 Karikas, and then here he says that these 6 categories are Shat Karanas, and I will define them. So Rupam Krita Pratikritam Prativedo Rupam Ashesha Moghascha Shashti Cha Pratishukla Ityevam Geyam Karanajatam. These are the Karanas. Okay. Maybe the word Karan is there prevalent now amongst the Pakhavaj Vadakas. If you know a Pakhavaj Vadaka, you can ask him. So Rupam Nam Vibhakta Karanam. So if all the syllables are explicitly separated. Okay. So they are not mixed up. That is Rupa. So this is the example. Many other examples can be there. It is just an illustration. So dham, dhem, ge, gham, kitima, ghatathi, ghatapathi. Dhadu guru kiti kat, kramham, dodhe, play. Okay. This is, so they are to be played distinctly and separately. Don't mix up them. So it will become Rupam. Krita Pratikritam Ekam Karnam Tripushkaram Udbhavayati. When one Karna would make 3 Pushkaras emerging, then it would become. So the sounds in 3 Pushkaras, the same Shushkakshar being played, it will assume different sounds of 3 Pushkaras. That perhaps is the idea. So this is the example in 104 given. Then Pratibheda Yukpat Krite Karne Mridanganam Yadupari Karnena Gachanti. The Karna is being done, Yukpat means simultaneously, and the Mridangas, the sound of Mridangas goes ahead of it. This perhaps is the idea. So then it becomes Pratibheda. Pratibhedan is done there. Okay, and these are the sounds illustrated, and so these are the typical karnas which would render Pratibhed. Okay. Then Rup Shesha is illustrated. Karna Nam Abhishesha. Nothing specific is there in the karnas or playing of the bowls. So it will be Rup Shesha. Okay. Samanya type of thing. And the bowls are illustrated. Pratishulko Nam Anuswaro. Okay. Anuswara, difficult to understand. It kind of echo that comes, perhaps. That is the idea. And the bowls are illustrated. Okay. Then Triyati. This is also seems to be important concept. So Samas, Roto, Gata, Gopucha. These 3 are the yatis. So it makes the 3 yatis. And in other chapters these concepts are explained. Okay. So this I found in 31st Adhyaya. So Laya Prurta Varnanam Aksharanam Athapiva Nemo Yo Yati Satu Geetavati Samashraya. So the Varnas and Aksharas being played in a lay or tempo, their way of Niyaman, regulating them, that is Yati. And it occurs in Geet and Vadya both. So because 31st chapter explains Gita is based on Tal, it is Taladhyaya. So there also yati is explained, and 3 yatis are described there also. 3 yatis in this chapter are also described, which deals with percussions. So yati is common for all. So sama, sroto, gata, gopucha, these 3 types of yatis are there, and they perhaps are defined. Okay. So much ahead in 110 he defines Triyati Nam, Sama, Sroto, Gata, Gopucha iti. Yat Lay Yati Pani Nam Trividha Sanyoga. It is 3 types of combination of Lay, Yati and Pani. Such a Tripakaro Bhavati. Okay. It is of 3 types and it becomes more complicated. Being combined with these 3, Radham, Vidham, Shayyagatam Cheti. So then Radha, Vidh and Shayyagata also are defined. So we'll come to that. So I think all of you are understanding what all is about except me. So Sama yatir drutaschaiva layo yatra bhavetat. When yati is sam and lay is drut and upari pani is there. Upari pani is this sam pani, upari pani and au pani. These 3 panis are described. So upari pani is joined with samayati and drut lay. Then it is radha. Okay. So and this radha is joined with these 3 yatis. 3 yatis. Then this will be one situation. Sroto gata yatir yatra layo madhyas tathaiva cha. Sampanis tatha chaiva viddham vadyam tu tad bhavet. Okay. Wherever there is sroto gata yati and madhya lay and sampani is also used, then it is viddha vadya. Ardhapanis tu yatra syat tatha chaiva stito lay. Ardhapani is used and gopucha yati is used. Then it is shayyagat vadya. So it is radha, vidh and shayyagat. These 3 types of playing of instruments are combined with these 3 yatis, srotogata, etc. Then they result into various types of playings. So at least these technical terms we have and their definitions are there. Later on we can try to understand them through practical. We can approach the musicians. It will be difficult so far as I understand. You may not find percussionists who, if you tell them, just I request Mrs. Jaygopalan, so she immediately would render. So that makes things easy. But with music I couldn't do. I couldn't find actually. So because I don't know if there are persons who would have done like Padmaji did with Karnaji Nanghara. So I don't know if anybody has done the same type of thing. It would require the same kind of rigorous research work. So that lady also did not do anything, did not know initially what Karna and Nanghara is. She studied from sculpture, then tallied them from text, then tried to render them. She could do, because she understood Sanskrit also, she studied Natya Shastra. Then she studied those sculpture also. Then she taken both of them, sculptures and text together. She then created a system. So she can now give demonstration lectures, and all her disciples, they can do the same thing. Padmaji's disciples. About others I do not know as much. For Shimla conference we had 2 participants who came in the line of Padmaji. They were junior ones. Sujata Mohan, she runs her own school. She is also a disciple of Padmaji. So they willingly gave demonstrations. That makes easy to understand. So even if I understand how it will be made, I may not be doing it perfectly, but at least I can have an idea if a performer is associated. But for this I couldn't. That was the difficulty. So it is a kind of disappointing thing. And Natya Shastra, otherwise very important, and such an enormously rich system of music is there. So that also perhaps we can try on some other occasion. Okay. तो गांधार ओम के कार्य षड्जो दक्षिण पुष्करे ऊर्ध्व के पंचमश्चैव मायूर्यांतु स्वराहता. How is it? Because Mayuri is Marjana. Okay. What did these lines are occurring there? Okay, yeah, Marjanas are being described. So Mayuri, Ardha Mayuri, and Karma Ravi. These three marjanas are there. I think the title was there. I put the title, but anyway. But after this Triyati, Srotogata, etc., combined with Radha, Vidh and Shayya, next category is Marjana, and Marjana is of three types: Mayuri, Ardh-Mayuri and Karma-Ravi. So how to play these three? So Gandharo, Vamkeka, on the left drum on the left side you play Gandhar, and Shadja you play on the right one, and the middle one, which is Urdhvaka, you play Pancham. So these swaras are for Mayuri. Okay. So three drums played simultaneously, and Ga, Sa, Pa. Okay, these sounds are played. Then it will become Mayuri. Vamke Pushkare Shadja Rishabo Dakshine Tatha Urdhvake Daivatashyayo Ardh-Mayuri Udharata. On Vamak, on the left side one you play Shadja, and on the right one you play Rishab, Ri, and on the middle one Urdhvak you play Dhaivat. So it is Sa, Ri, Dha, consecutively on these three, then it makes Ardh-Mayuri. So must have been a very popular system because it is described in poetry. Mayuri is being played, something like that. Mayuri Madhyati Marjana Manansi, Kalidasa says. So in the in the beginning of any performance, the percussionists are playing these marjanas to begin with. Maybe for telling the percussions, जिसको कहते हैं मिला रहे हैं, they are also playing these. So Rishabha Pushkare Vame, Chadjo Dakshina Pushkare, Rishab Ri on Vama Pushkar, Shadja on Dakshin Pushkar, and Pancham on Urdhvaka. So then Ri, Sa, Pa, they are played in Karma Ravi in a sequence. So it makes Karma Ravi. Then three types of layas, they are described in various chapters. They are referred to in all the 7 chapters perhaps. So Trilayam, this is the next category. So Trilayam Nama Druta Madhya Vilambita Yogat. Okay, Druta, Madhya and Vilambita, these three are the layas or tempo. So everybody knows them, tempo. Then Trigata. So there is a term Trigata occurring with the categories under Purvaranga. Trigata is a part of Purvaranga also, but that is entirely a different thing. Trigata, three performers are talking, Sutradhar and 2 Pariparshika, they are talking. Trigatam Tat Uchyate, their definition. Sutradhara Parshika Kurvanti Anyonya Sanjalpam. They are doing some kind of loose talk before the play starts. They are impromptu, some sort of drama they are creating. It is also Trigata, but here Trigata has 3 categories. Tattvam Anugatam Oghascha. Tattva Anugat and Ogha. This is Trigata. Okay. And Abhinav Gupta gives a sort of etymology. Gatayo Layah Tattvadini. Yes means Tat Trigatam. Gati here means lay. And 3 types of gatis or layas it incorporates. Therefore it is called Trigata. Okay. So this is nomenclature is given, and after maybe many karikas, the definition is given in the same chapter. Trigatam Nama Tattvam Anugatam Ogham Cheti Akshara Sadrisham Vadyam Isputapad Varnam Tathaiva Vratta Samam Suvibhakta Karanayutam Tattve Vadyam Vidhatavyam. It's a style of playing where the playing of the drum exactly follows the poles. Okay. Whatever Sushkakshara is uttered, maybe uttered by a human being, many times they utter the Sushkakshara and then they play. So the Vadya is Akshara Sadrisha. Whatever Sushkakshara is uttered, exactly the same type of sound, the Vadya is is being produced from the instrument, Vadya also. Sput Padvarnam, Padas and Varnas are explicitly understood, and Vratta Samam. It is like it has a rhythmic pattern, it makes a Vratta. Many of the Shushkaksharas, they make a kind of prosodic structure, a Chanda Rachna, something like that. So, because Tala is there, if Tala is there and equal number of syllables are also there, so it can make a structure of a poetic verse, like not having any meaning, of course. So, Ashok ji was giving a lecture on the poem of some poet who has written a poem of entirely having words or syllables, not having specific meaning. You can't make out. You gave that lecture in IIC. I was there. Okay.
Lewis Carroll.
Yeah, I forget the name.
Entirely missing, but
Yes.
the word used is not a regular, legitimate word of the English language.
Yeah.
But it reminds you of
Yes. Yeah.
nonsense word.
Yeah, something like that. Like Lalla Lalla Lori. So Lalla Lalla doesn't have any specific meaning there. So in the same way, Shushkakshara do not have any specific meaning, but they create a rhythmic pattern, like a chanda being recited. It should be Vrattasam. And Suvibhakta Karana Yutam. It should be having proper formulations of Karnas. Karnas are described. So Vadya in Tattva should be like this. Okay. Anyway, so this is Tattva. Okay, then it is Ogha. Ogha naam sarvabhand videyo drutapani layo nadyo bhavat. Beautifully. So Ogha is like the flood of river. When all the instruments join together, so create and in rapid tempo. So many instruments like Talvadya Kachari they do. So when it assumes a rapid tempo, then it will become Ogha. It's simple. And the Shushkaksharas like that. So Laghu Shushkaksharas will be mostly there. Okay. Long ones may not be there. Gam kiti, matha kiti kiti, ghe, ghad, gu, de, na, dhan, dha, dhan, non, kho. Gadu, gudu, gudu, dup, daghe, reunion or something like that. Ete, okay. These are the Shushkaksharas for okay. They are to be played by many percussionists simultaneously. Then the next category is Prakara or Prachara. Both readings are there at two different places, and these Baroda editors have not bothered to tally Abhinav Gupta, what Abhinav Gupta is writing in his commentary on it. And the part, because the definitions are given after 50-60 karikas, and the categorization is there. So when the Sangraha is there, it is Prakara. When is defining, it is Prachara. So these are the problem, textual problems also. So Abhinav Gupta says, Tatra Poshkram Vadyam Prakarat Prayana Natyopayogi. Abhinav Gupta takes one reading as Prakara. And he says, Pushkar Vadya can be useful in three ways. So Prakara here means way. The ways in which the percussions are useful for a performance. Varnanusarena, Swaranusarena, Samyatmana, Tale. According to Varna, according to Swara, according to the sum that is reached in three ways. So these are the three prakaras of making the Pushkar Vadyas. This may be one sense. Otherwise, three prachar is better. As a technical word, it should be prachar, so far as I understand. So, and Bharat Muni here takes up the definition of the word prachara, not prakara. So, three prachara is sama prachara, visham prachara, sama vishama prachara. Prachar is the movement of the whole percussion system. So it is sam prachar or visham prachar or sam visham prachar. So all they are having a harmony, or they are being played differently, or some of them are having male and some of them are not having that. This may be the idea, I think. Then Tri Sanyoga, triple type of combination of Laghu Guru. The idea is the Guru Sanyoga, Laghu Sanyoga, Guru Laghu Sanyoga cheti, it is Trisanyoga. So Guru Varnas, you see long syllables are there throughout. This may be the structure of Shushkaksharas. Short syllables may be there, Laghu may be there, and both may be mixed. They are being illustrated. Okay. Then Ogha can be created out of this combination. So all these categories are connected to each other. So this Trisanyoga, how to use these three types of combinations of Laghu Guru in different yatis and Trigata and Tattva Ogha, etc. This also he explains. Okay. Tatra Laghu Sanchayo Nama Guru Sthita Layogha Vratto. Okay. Mostly gurus are there, and a flood kind of assembly of these gurus are there, and they are played. So these are the gurus. Gam Dam Ketam Gandam Getam Dandam Ken Tam Dham Dam Dam Dem Dem Drang Gem Tang Kem Tang Kem Ta, etc. Guru Laghu mixed. So Ghata Mathim Mathitim Mathitam Kita, etc. And only Laghus can be there. So this is Trisanyoga. So it is relevant today also. Any tabla player does it. Tripanika. Okay. So Sunilji was asking about this Tripani. So Samapani, Avapani, Uparipani. These are the three types of Panis. And it is defined in 31st chapter. So I think I didn't find the definition in this chapter, 34th. So it is in 31st chapter. So it is presumed that Sampani has been defined there. So you can understand in this whole gamut of 15 categories, when Tripanik is again mentioned, definition has occurred. But these lines are reproduced from 31st chapter. So Layana yat samam vadyam samapani prakirtyate. When the vadya is as per the tempo, then it is sampan. Okay, as per the tempo of the vocalist, maybe. And Dhruvadya avakristam syat sovapani prakirtita. When it is avakrishta, lagging in one swara, maybe, or lagging in tempo to the Dhruva Gayak, then it is avapani. Tatra sthita layo vai sannipato vidhiyate. There it is the description of sannipata, tal being given. So there in sthit laya sannipata is given. Satu madhyalayam prap, then it doesn't correlate with the Tripanik here, because he is describing sannipata and etc. But as per laya there avapani can be done. So when sannipata is there in sthit laya, then there is madhya laya, 2 sannipatas are there, then drut laya is done, 4 sannipatas are there, then drut madhya laya is there, and then avapani in drut laya may be known. Avapani, I think the percussionist is lagging behind in laya. Okay, and the vocalist has gone ahead. This perhaps is the idea. Okay. Then Dashardapani Prahatam or Panchapani Prahatam. This is also the category. So Panchapani Prahatam is same nomenclatures are there. Samapani, Avapani, Uparipani. Repetition is there, at least in the names. So Samapani, Ardha Samapani, Ardharda Samapani, Parshupani, Pradeshini. But here it relates to the way of playing, how you put your palm. Okay, there it relates to the tempo. So there is a harmony. There are different types of tempos in different between the vocal and instrumental music. That is the idea earlier in Tripanik. Names are the same, but the idea is different. So in 5 ways you can use your palms and hands. on a percussion. That is the idea. Okay. So Abhinav Gupta says about Sampani, Ardha Sampani, Ardharth Sampani and Parshpani and Pradeshni. Panchpani ti Panch Sanniveshehi Panivihi Prayoga Siddhiye Hatam Hananam Yesham Te Varna Nigrahitadi Traya Rupaha. Panchpani means 5 types of ways you deal with the percussions with your hand or your fingers. So 5 types of sanniveshas you make when you place your hand or fingers on the percussion. Prayoga Siddhe Hatam Hananam. So with these 5 types, 5 ways of striking a percussion with your finger or hand, that makes the way you strike them with full palm or one finger or maybe other fingers, that makes the different types of panis. And Nigrahit, Ardha Nigrahit and Mukta. These 3 are described elsewhere. So they will make Nigrahit, Ardha Nigrahit and Mukta. पूरी पकड़ है कि आधी पकड़ है कि छोड़ा है, something like that. In the language of the percussionist, this concept might be there in different names, but they are there in practice. So that is a long description of Panchapani Prahata. So Panchapani Prahata Mityaduktam. This is the description by Abhinav Gupta. Samapani, Avapani, Ardhardapani, Parshapani, Pradeshinyascha. Tayete Panchapani Prahata. Te Nigrahita Ardha Nigrahita Mukta Yatha Yogyam Karya. Yes. So the way of striking and the way you make Nigrahit, Ardha Nigrahit and Mukta. These positions only. So they are these 5 panis are combined with the positions you make there, Nigrahit, Ardha Nigrahit and Mukta. That makes the variations of Panchapani Prahata. Okay. Samapani Prahato Makara Sa Nigrahita. You place your palm equally to create the sound of Ma. Then it is Nigrahita. Gakar, Gakar, Dakar, Pakara, Ardhapani Prahata, Ardha Nigrahita. You play Ga, Gha, Da, Pa with half palm. So this part only you strike, then it is Ardha Nigrahit. And Ka, Kha, Ra, Ta, Da, you make Parshupani from half of this side only perhaps. Then it is Nigrahita. Okay. Takar, Thakar, Takar, Thakara, Ardhapani Prahatu, Ardha Nigrahita. You play Takar and Thakar with half of your palm. Then it makes Ardha Nigrahit. And you strike by Pradeshini, by this finger only. Pradeshinya Hatam Alinge Dhakar Nakar Ref Vakara Yukta. Okay. So but you strike your Pradeshini on Alinga to make the sound of Dharana, Ref and Vakar. Then Dvihasta Prahata Dhrum Dom Kle iti. By both hands you make these sounds, Dhrum Dom Kle. So Mukta Parshve Thikra Ityartha Pani Hata Nigrahita. And you leave the sides and then put your hands with half palm. Then it is Nigrahita. So all these Shushkaksharas are to be made by making different kinds of positions on drums. This makes Panchapani. So we break here and we will start with Tiprahara. Okay. And in the session after tea.
Yes. So we break for the tea session. I think question answers we will take everything later at one stage.
No, but I suggested that this chapter will be finished maybe half an hour in the next session. So any discussion on this chapter can be done after that.
Yeah.
And then we take the next chapter.
Next chapter.
When one chapter is over, then we
will have the
we can make a deviation for the discussion session.
Okay. So 10:55, let's be back here. I just have to check if the tea is ready. Sorry, 11:25.
No, you can bring back the time in theater.
11:25.
So we had a very intense discussion on a painting in our group. Krishna seeing Eid Ka Chand. Very beautiful painting, Mughal. I was fascinated. Somebody posted it, and we had a lot of debate, and people were agitated. Why? How Krishna can see? He is wearing the topi, and on the topi Mayur Pitch is there, and all gopis are there in the dress of Mughal Shahjadis. Okay, on the bank of Yamuna. Very beautiful Eid Ka Chand. Very beautiful painting. Wonderful. So I said, he's seeing Eid Ka Chand. What is the problem with you? And they say, how? How can he see it? I see Krishna can do anything. He can bring back then they say, Prophet Muhammad 6th century. How dare you that Krishna would see it? I can say he can bring the time of Prophet Muhammad in Dwapar Yuga. It is his Leela. He wants to see Eid Ka Chand. So what is it to you? How dare you object? It is Krishna's Leela. So those who were a bit progressive want to appreciate the look at the feeling of that Muslim artist.
Yes.
He might have been so many